Hello everyone. Today we will be doing a short playthrough of Milton Bradley's 1981 game, Dark Tower. Now this is a game that I got for Christmas, Christmas 1981. My parents bought it for me. I had never heard of it at the time, but it quickly became one of my very favorite games. I played it with my parents, with my friends, with anyone who would sit down and play it with me. Now, the goal of this game is to retrieve the ancient magic scepter that has been stolen by the Tyrant King and hidden in the Dark Tower. Now, the idea is each player needs to go around the board in a clockwise direction, visiting each of the other three kingdoms. There are 4 kingdoms in the game, up to 4 players. What we'll be doing today is the solo game that is the demo where you don't have to make that long trip. But the idea is you visit the 3 kingdoms. In each of the kingdoms, you need to find one of the magical keys. The keys will allow you to unlock the Dark Tower, get inside, defeat the minions of the Tyrant King, and retrieve the magical scepter, thus freeing the land from tyranny. So, without further ado, let's get started. So we will have the tower run its system check. It will check all of the light bulbs, make sure that everything's working, and then we will be able to select our game. We want to select level 4, which is the demo, and 1 player. And thus our adventure begins. We can see here we have our character who is starting in the starting space of his home kingdom, and the first thing that he needs to do is to move. So we will move, press the move button, and see what happens. Now that's a beep, which means it was a safe move. So we will end our turn and move again. And another safe move. So to make this a little more interesting, we're not just going to run up to the tower and attack. We'll do a little exploring. So we will move to this space, which is a ruin. Now in the ruins you'll often find monsters and treasure. So, end our previous turn. Oh, the ruin was empty. This is a very uneventful game of Dark Tower. So we'll end that turn, and we will try one more time. Well, this time we're attacked by brigands. Brigands are the generic monster in the game. And you can see the numbers at the top are counting down. We are winning. My 10 warriors defeated those 10 brigands rather handily, and for their pains they received some gold. Okay, so we can check our inventory to see what we have. Now in this game we're going to have all of the major things that you can have in the game. So we'll go through those really quickly by pressing the inventory button. Now we have 10 warriors, 20 rations of food, a beast which helps us carry more things, a scout, a healer, some gold, the gold key, the silver key, the bronze key, and the dragon sword. Now briefly, some of those things are very useful for when we move. The healer, if we move into a space that has the plague, we don't lose warriors as we normally would to the plague. We in fact gain warriors. Occasionally when you move you'll become lost in the wilderness. If you have the scout, he prevents that. And our friend the dragon over there, if he shows up, if we are in possession of the dragon sword, we can defeat him. So, on with moving. And we move and are attacked again. And once more, our warriors are triumphing. And we've defeated them. We now have 59 gold. So, before we go and attack the tower, I think we're going to visit the bazaar to see if we can hire some additional mercenaries to assist us in our assault of the tower. So we will move to the bazaar space. Now, warriors today cost 7 gold. We have, I believe, 59 gold. So we can buy 8 warriors if we want, but I think that's a little expensive. So we're going to try to haggle to see if we can get them a little cheaper. And they come down to 6. So that's good. So we can get 9 warriors now. We can try one more time to see if we can get them down a little bit more. And we've pushed our luck too far, and the bazaar keeper closes the bazaar on us because we've insulted him. So, we will visit the bazaar again. Now this time there are 8 again. So I'm going to try to haggle, but I'm not going to push my luck as much this time. Well, maybe I will. Got them down to 7. Let's see if we can get them down to 6. No. This is not our lucky day. Well, let's move now. We'll go to the tomb and see if we can find some additional money to help us buy some more warriors. We have a safe move. Our next move is into the tomb. Now this time we just find treasure. There are no monsters. So this is a great thing. We have 77 gold now. So let's go back. We move, but this time the plague is on this space. Fortunately, we have the healer, and as I said before, instead of losing 2 warriors, we gain 2. So we got 2 free warriors out of that. We will move into the bazaar and see how much warriors cost today. They are 7. We have 77 gold. I'm not going to be greedy this time. We're just going to buy 11 warriors. And that uses up all of our gold, but we now have 21 warriors with which to assault the tower. We'll move, and it's a safe move. So our next spot is the Dark Tower. So here's where we press the Dark Tower button and start our attack on the tower. Now what will happen, the first thing is they will ask us the riddle of the keys. So the first thing is the silver key the first key to try? So I'm going to say yes, we're going to try that. And unfortunately, the silver key is not the first key to try to unlock the doors. So we will have to try again. Now it's asking if the gold key is the first key. Now something I should mention, that sound that you heard at the beginning, that was the sound that my warriors are running low on food. I have 11 warriors and they consume food as you move. I did not buy additional food for my warriors because I was pretty close to the end. Normally in the game you do have to buy food or your warriors will start to starve to death. So it's asking me if the gold key is the first key. I'm going to say yes. Now it's asking, is the silver key the second key? Well, we'll try that one for yes as well. And we are right. So we've unlocked the gates to the tower and are at war with the brigands. Fortunately, we have a ton of brigands to their 16. We have 23, 4. We are beating them very handily. So at the cost of 1 warrior, I managed to defeat all 16 of the brigands in the tower. And am victorious. So, as I said before, this is a very shortened version of the game, simply for learning purposes. This was included in the game so that the player could learn what the various places do. There were other places on the board that I didn't visit. There was the Sanctuary. The Sanctuary allows you to get healing if you're if you're out of food or down to 1 warrior. They will give you bonus warriors. They will give you bonus food if you're starving. It's actually a really fun game. It's unfortunately very hard to find these days in working order. But if you do manage to find one that even isn't, there are versions of the tower that you can play. You can use computer programs online, which will allow you to emulate the tower so that you can still use the board, but not have to have the working centerpiece. Again, this is one of my very favorite games. I have played it for many years. I love it, and I hope that anyone who's watching this, if you get a chance to play it, I hope that you enjoy it as much as I have. Thank you very much.